Needing a camping fix, but being unable to leave South Australia because of bloody COVID restrictions, we thought there'd be no better place to self-isolate than the Nullarbor Plain. So, as a plan, we decided we would travel as many tracks, visit as many caves and sinkholes as possible, and generally see all the sights that this wonderfully desolate plain has to offer. Each coloured track indicates a different day's travel. Entering off the track that goes to Ooldea on the trans line, we turned off after some 50 kilometres and headed due west for the Diprose Caves. Thereafter, we headed further west and explored the caves and sinkholes north of Nullarbor Roadhouse, before striking out north again to visit the ghost town of Cook on the Trans-Australian line. Continuing to meander westward, we ended up at Deakin on the WA border, before dropping down due south to Border Village. As that was as far west as we were allowed to go, we now turned back east and enjoyed the sights and sounds of the Great Australian Bight and the limestone caves of the area close to the coast, exploring some little known and rarely travelled tracks. Well, a few minutes into our journey, we're really on the Nullarbor. We just passed a tree. I was tempted to cut it down. But yeah, there's not many people out here. This is a Nullarbor view. Quick stop for lunch. Doesn't look good over there. Where we're heading. Well, this is our first cave we've come across. Diprose Cave number... We aren't going to go into any of them, just going to have a look at the hole in the ground. Much bigger. Hey! And that's coming towards us. We better get some cover before that hits. Well, presumably the cave entrance is under there somewhere and it goes back. I ain't going to go in there and have a look, but down here I'm balanced precariously on a pointy rock. Yep. Well, this isn't one of the Diprose caves, but it's just a cave marked on the map we came and had a look at. I thought it had water in the Google Earth image, showed a dark patch in the middle, which turns out to be that tree. In fact, it turns out it's not a sinkhole or cave anything, it's just a depression in the ground that would hold water if there was enough of it to fall here, which obviously this tree has taken advantage of. there is a cave in there. You could, if you're thin enough and lithe enough, you could get in there and have a good gecko. I'm not going to. This is going to be our campsite for the night. It looks so much more inviting on Google Earth, but it is what it is. It's threatening to drop a rather large cloud on us any second, so we'll get a tent set up. It's blowing an absolute gale. We got the tent up. Sun's out now, but it's sprinting rain. This is going to hold, we hope. And sit down and watch the world go by. Not many campers near us. Well, just as we thought the rain had gone, it's all cosy in here though. It's the next day, it's the 6th of October? Yes, we normally travel in August, so I had to think about that. We're leaving our wonderfully lone tree campsite and heading for Diprose Cave number 3, which is along this track here. Look at that skyline. Away we go. Approaching Diprose Cave number 3. With a bit of luck we won't fall into it. I seem to have lost the road. I might just pause and walk. We had quite a bit of rain last night. You built that, really? The makings of a sinkhole. Oh no, I'm not allowed to film Susie, she's wearing a Ooldea top. I half expect a kangaroo to come bomb bursting out of there, but I don't think so. I'm sure if you went in there, it's called a cave, so it must be a cave. I'm not sure where the actual entrance is, but could be down there somewhere. Yes, in a few hundred years, thousands, hopefully not the next 10 minutes anyway, this will all collapse and make a huge sinkhole. Okay, while walking back to the car, we come across this indentation in the limestone. Is that a paw print? You be the judge. And the tyre prints of a prehistoric car, Flintstone era perhaps, heads off in that direction. We're just pulling in now to Disappointment Cave. I'm hoping it's one of those Australian irony things, like tall people are called Shorty and redheads are called Bluey. Disappointment Cave is called because it's just such a rip-roaring, adventurous, thrilling place. Not disappointed at all. We'll go and have a look. So, what does it hold? It's looks a little more exciting than previous ones. I'll actually go down and have a look inside that one. So it goes back a little way, but you obviously have to get low and cave-like to get any further in. I'm not going any further in, but this is just inside the entrance. Birds are flying in and out of here. Let's bring a torch with me next time. Used to go back here a bit. Light from the surface. Stopped here to have a look at number 6 bore. There's actually something here. Big standpipe, big hole, not much else. But some very old timbers. I couldn't even guess when that was put down. Time ago. From here we're going to drop down straight down south, down that track there, and hit the old air highway and have a look at a ruin that's marked on a map. I was already aware of the various wrecks and ruins associated with the old air highway and had visited them before, but we'd never explored other places any distance from them. So naturally the mention of a ruin on the map quickly drew my attention when I was planning the trip, and I made it one of my goals to check it out. I was expecting some sort of rudimentary settlement, possibly associated with Ivy Tanks, which was only 11 kilometres away by road. What we found though was some form of infrastructure that housed machinery of some sorts, with mounting bolts embedded in concrete foundations and concrete pylons that supported something heavy. The lack of any form of chimney led me away from thinking that it may have been a dwelling of some sort. Most intriguing. If I had to guess, I would date it from the 60s to early 70s. It just didn't look that old. It's marked on the map as a ruin, so I obviously couldn't pass up the opportunity to come and see what's here. Some stumps from a building that once was a concrete pad. 2 concrete pads. Okay, it doesn't, wouldn't have said it was a farm type dwelling. Something was here. There's no chimney or fireplace evidence, so I don't think it was a dwelling. Yeah, it's like a middle of nowhere. It's about 5 kilometres from Ivy Tanks. And on the road that drops straight down from bore number 6. Well, there you go. Travel along the boundary of the vermin-proof fence. It's been a long time since it's been vermin-proof though. Heading towards a few caves and then ultimately the Nullarbor Roadhouse to refuel. A classic old car you find out here. I think it's an old Ford XP station wagon. Circa 60s, yeah, early 70s. I can't quite read the odometer. I went to the trouble of taking the motor out of it though. Found another big hole, unmarked on the map. Green grotto down there. Well, that's really cool. Close by, there's a second sinkhole, pretty close to that last one we did. This one looks slightly more defined. It's hops growing. Wonder where it goes. Here we are at the actual Marrawinji cave. This is cave 1. The ones we were just at were cave 2 and 3 apparently. It's over there. It features a signpost and a sign, but you can't read it very well. Cross section of cave 1, cave 2, and cave 3. Or we could have gone down in them. Still very much Nullarbor. Let's go and have a look at the cave. Hey, get down. It's very much a collapsed sinkhole. I'm not sure why I never filmed any of it, but the heavy overnight rains had turned many of the tracks into water-filled trails, and we had waded through many 200-metre long puddles. This is by far not a good example of them, but I show it here just as an illustration. Whilst the limestone base ensured the water didn't soak in, it also meant there was a firm base under the slop and bogging wasn't an issue. We rolled into Nullarbor Roadhouse to refuel and have breakfast, and were greeted by the resident dingo. We now began our trip north heading to Cook, not by the main route, but travelling on an old little used track.